coming up a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Dolphins and the Jets on Sunday night.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you're live as we head to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night match between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, you look at this Jets ball club, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Towards the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielding just outside the goal line. Able to take it past the 25 and out to the 21-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And jumping out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league. Now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that was something last week resolves itself this time around.
That he was looking for as he's going to be met and drop behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second down and a run by Robinson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Robinson now off the option. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Out of the gun, they look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick here is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Now Hall to start the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Fields. And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And taken down just shy of the 40. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So Miami coming out for their second drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 20 carries, 127 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. Oh, he shifts past him. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll send the tight end in motion. Hall again on 2nd down. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here's Presley Harvin now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New York set to take the field. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, Fields. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This one is caught. It's Patton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where you see the final score there. Dak Prescott, strong as ever, as his guys finished off the first half at 7-1. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Amon-Ra St. Brown up close to 100-yard receiving there. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Jets now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Gilbert. Touchdown! A big play there. 75 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught out left side by Robinson. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Robinson now off the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 9, Fields throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Straight ahead is Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New York set to take the field. Man, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's brought down. Getting his route to about the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. It led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open.
Touchdown, Jets! A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Jets have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point safely through. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Miami set to take over. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Ball again on second down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's second down. Fields now to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left. They'll run with Hall. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. midfield. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you that you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Jets now down by 1. And time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Back to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And this is caught. He hits more. Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the first down, but he's brought down in play. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Dolphins, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.